discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the sports and nutrition store.
Only $23.90. Good afternoon, family. Good evening from my end. It's exactly 8 minutes past 7 p.m. Literally right in the 254. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, easy day so far. Mine is amazing, has been amazing, can't complain, but I hope you're still ready for today's conversation as we talk about are the Epstein files worse than slavery. We're going to be literally joined by Keith in some few minutes or as we continue. But of course, remember to get yourself the ashwagandha in case you want to boost literally your immune system, or in case you're literally looking for any other organic supplements. We got you covered. Not just ashwagandha, we have multivitamin, we have sea moss, we have turmeric gummy bears, we have shea butter, and so much more on the like of actually organic supplements. Being on a Wednesday, as usual, I'd like to start with some historical conversation. We're going to be looking at how a black beach humiliated a white only resort. And as we talk about that, of course, we're going to be getting into the Epstein files as we look at how literally we had so many politicians from the States who reacted to the Epstein files. In India, as we talk, some parts of India, there's been a demonstration that has erupted literally because of one of the MPs being found on the Epstein files, which has led to the demonstration of some of the places in India. I'm not specific where, but I'm going to be checking onto that. I saw that earlier today, and so much more as we continue. In case you have any video you'd like us also to share that is explicit from maybe what we're talking about, you can literally do so on the WhatsApp chat, or let me know literally, and I'm going to cue that as we continue. But for now, as we start, let me start with this amazing video here as we get some history information about how a black beach actually humiliated a white only resort.
Resort in Maryland told Charles Douglas it was 1893. Resort in Maryland told Charles Douglas that they didn't serve his kind. They thought by denying him a meal, they were putting him in his place. But he didn't argue. He didn't march. He walked down the beach, found the property line, and bought 40 acres right next door. He didn't ask for a seat at the table. He bought the ground the table was sitting on. This is the story of how Charles Douglas turned a restaurant rejection into the first black municipality in the state of Maryland. This is One Mic Black History, and if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. To understand this heist, you have to understand the insult. It was August of 1893. The Chesapeake Bay was the playground for Washington and Baltimore's elite. The system at the time called the place Bay Ridge. It was known as the Queen of Chesapeake. It was a grand hotel, massive boardwalk, and a restaurant that promised the finest dining on the East Coast. Charles Douglas and his wife Laura, they weren't there to make trouble. They were blackocracy. Charles was a high-ranking official at the Treasury Department. He was polished, he was wealthy, and he was a veteran. He walked into the restaurant at Bay Ridge and asked for a table. The waiter did not look at Charles's uniform. He didn't look at his credentials. He just looked at his skin color and said, "We don't serve your kind here." Now, this is the moment where the struggle would usually kick in. The textbook version of this story would tell you how sad Charles was. It would talk about the pain of segregation. But Charles Douglas didn't have time for that. He had a military mind. And he looked around the restaurant and saw white families eating. He saw the owners counting money, and he realized that their business was built on a territorial monopoly. They thought that they owned the prestige of the water. They thought by banning him, they were keeping the luxury for themselves. Charles walked out of that restaurant, but he did not leave the area. He walked down the beach, he crossed the property line, and he stood on the dirt right next to the people that insulted him. He was looking at a 40-acre tract known as Bashir's Farm. It was rugged, overgrown patch of coastline. To the owners of Bay Ridge, it was a waste of space. To the system, it was unimproved land. But to the colonel, it was the high ground. Charles Douglas knew something the owners of Bay Ridge didn't. The system is only as strong as its borders. Bay Ridge was a fortress of whiteness, but the walls ended at the property line. If Charles could control the land right next to them, he didn't need their permission to exist. He could create a parallel world that Jim Crow laws of public accommodations could not touch. See, in 1893, separate but equal wasn't even legal doctrine yet. That would not happen for another 3 years with Plessy versus Ferguson. But the private property doctrine was already ironclad. The law of the land said that a man could do whatever he wanted with the dirt that he owned. Charles realized that public space was a trap. If you relied on the public to treat you fairly, you were a beggar. But if you owned the private, you were sovereign. So he went to the owner of the 40-acre farm, a man by the name of Daniel Bashirs. He didn't ask for a favor. He brought money. He offered him $5,000 cash. In 1893, that was an astronomical sum. It was roughly the equivalent of about $175,000 in today's money. But the strategic value was worth millions. Bashirs took the money. He signed the deed. And on that day, the Queen of Chesapeake lost its monopoly. Charles Douglas didn't just buy a farm, he bought the gateway to the bay. He went to the restaurant owners who refused him a sandwich, and he didn't say a word. He just started building. And the first thing Charles did wasn't build a resort for the masses. He built a fortress for his legacy. He built a home for his father, Frederick Douglass. He called it the Twin Oaks. But he didn't just build it anywhere. He positioned the home with military precision. Frederick Douglass had been enslaved on the eastern shore of Maryland. He looked across these same waters as a boy, dreaming of a world where he wasn't property. So Charles Douglas designed Twin Oaks so his father could sit on that property and look directly across the Chesapeake at the very shore where he was once owned. This was psychological warfare. It was a message to the system that if you didn't lose a slave, you lost the entire coastline. Frederick Douglass never got to spend a full summer there because he died in 1895, but the receipt was still filled. The Douglass name was now etched into the land in the deeds of Maryland. But Charles was not done. He knew that one house was an anomaly, but an entire empire is a network. So he began subdividing the land, and he didn't sell it to just anyone. He targeted the sovereign class. He sold lots to Black doctors, Black lawyers, Black engineers, Black poets in D.C. and Baltimore. He created a neighborhood where the white-only signs of Bay Ridge were relevant. By the turn of the century, Highland Beach wasn't just a place to swim. It was a Black think tank. Paul Robeson was there. Langston Hughes was there. W.E.B. Du Bois was there. They weren't protesting segregation. They ignored it. They built their own hotels. They built their own pier. They built a community center. They built a closed economy where Black money stayed in Black pockets and Black dignity was the default setting. Now, there's no way the system sat back and watched this happen. The owners of the white resorts nearby were furious. They saw the private property loophole working against them, and they realized that they had lost control of their territory. So they tried to use paper weapons. First, they tried to use vagrancy laws. They sent the police to harass people walking between the train station and Highland Beach. They wanted to make the journey so uncomfortable that the residents would give up. That didn't work. Highland Beach residents started their own shuttle service. They controlled the logistics. Then the white resort owners tried to use a legal glitch. They realized that Highland Beach was technically a part of an unincorporated area. They thought they could use local zoning boards to condemn the land or pass an ordinance that would tax the Douglas family into bankruptcy. They tried to treat Highland Beach like a nuisance, but the residents of Highland Beach were some of the smartest people in the state. They knew that in America, the ultimate hack for land was municipal status. In 1922, they executed their final move of the heist. They petitioned the state of Maryland to become an unincorporated town. They didn't want to be a neighborhood, they wanted to be government. They won. Highland Beach became the first black municipality in the history of Maryland. Think about the payoff here. Because they were a town, they had their own mayor, they had their own police department, and they had their own zoning board. When the white resort owners tried to pass laws against them, the people of Highland Beach just passed their own laws to cancel them out. They weren't marching and asking for civil rights. They were exercising their statutory power. By the 40s and 50s, Highland Beach was the summer Apollo. While white Maryland was obsessed with keeping its beaches segregated, Highland Beach was outproducing them culture and social capital. But the winds, they are changing, and the system shifted its strategy. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act passed and the public accommodations were integrated. On paper, this was a victory. But in a world of real estate and sovereignty, it was a Trojan horse. The system realized it could not keep black people out of the water anymore. So it decided to make the land too expensive to keep. This is the new Jim Crow. As white developers realized that coastal property was the ultimate asset, they began using tax assessment and eminent domain and environmental regulations to squeeze black families off their land. In places like Hilton Head and Bruce's Beach in California, the system succeeded. They stole land back using the laws that were supposed to protect landowners. But look at Highland Beach today. It's still there. It survived the rise of developers. It survives the collapse of other resorts. It survives because Charles Douglas didn't build a charity, he built a closed loop system. The residents of Highland Beach understood that the land wasn't just for lounging, it was for continuity. They passed these down for generations. They created trust. They created a black culture of holding the line. During the civil rights movement, we get caught up about the seat of the lunch counter. But Charles Douglas reminds us that the lunch counter is just a piece of furniture, and that if someone owns the building, they can always find a reason to move the chair or keep you out. The true power is owning the blueprints. Charles Douglas was told his money wasn't good enough for a meal, and he didn't waste a second trying to change that waiter's mind. He used that energy to change the map. He proved that when the system closes the door, you can't keep knocking till your fists are bloody. You can buy the hallway. You can buy the entire building. You can buy the entire beach. You can buy the ground that it sits on. And today, Highland Beach stands as a reminder that we aren't just laborers in the American story. We are the engineers of our own exit. Thank you. This is one of my.
Yeah, so that's how a black man actually, how a black beach, sorry, a black beach humiliated a white only resort because the young guy went there to eat and he was told his money is not good enough. And of course, always white people again, always that bullshit of you don't belong here, you're not good enough, and all those type of shit, you know. So I feel like this actually teaches us as black people something I keep on talking about every single time: the black dignity. Have dignity on yourself, like have dignity on yourself, have some self-awareness is really important as African people, because personally I've seen the pattern of disrespect. No, this is nothing even to do with white people, but as an African person, the pattern of disrespect starts from you, from the moment you actually accept it. And this is something I'd say I had to learn at a very young age, you know, still young, but at a very, very young age. And I'm talking about literally my teens, because losing my mom personally opened my eyes into so many things, and it taught me a lot, you know. And Africans and other people, the moment you accept disrespect, that continues being a pattern. So Have dignity, have morals on yourself. That is what that story teaches you. And again, it goes back to still also the Black legacy, where you're being taught to, you don't need to depend on the white system. You can create something of your own. Because if you go back to real history, which were not taught, how Black people owned, shops, literally malls or supermarkets, uh, beauty shops. They were actually the beauty moguls. They're called moguls. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but
The Mogos,
yeah,
Mogos.
yeah, that's why I'm one of them. You see, like Black people have been doing amazing in many different things. So you don't need to call, like you said, you don't need to go keep on knocking till your fist is bloody for you to be heard, because they'll still not even hear you, especially in this white supremacist system. As a Black person, you'll knock till you die and they'll still kill you, even or even hang you more, to feel like you ain't dead enough. So have dignity as a Black person, no matter where you are, and teach your generations, especially teach your children. you know Sometimes I always say, I wish I have a child, but I don't wish to have a child at the same time, not at this point. Like to teach them things I know so early enough, because I know so much right now to pass it. I wish I had my siblings to teach them literally so much, but at the same time, everyone has their own path at the end of the day. But for you who know so much, have dignity and never lower your dignity for anything as a Black person, because that's how disrespect starts. So always have your morals or dignity up as a Black person. But yeah, we're gonna get into the Epstein file. That was just a short history. Every Wednesday, if you've been tuned in, it's a norm. I share some history. I'm
What
looking
was
forward to
about? What happened? What were they talking
uh,
about?
yeah, this is about our black bitch humiliated a white only result, where there was this young Black guy who went to eat in a certain restaurant, and his money was not accepted. So for him,
Mm,
that disrespect that he got, he decided to literally take his money and build up a whole empire of generations. Coming up
mm.
with that, something that should lead to, again, teaching yourself again, you don't need to go back to depend on the same system that has disrespected you. You can create something for your own
Built your
generation.
own. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is actually the moral of the story. As for me, what I've actually understood, and I'm talking about it because it's something I've been saying again. We need to have dignity, or our Africans have lost dignity amongst themselves, and we need to have it. It's really, really important, man. Because why people keep on disrespecting us? Because they think we don't have dignity within ourselves. We can just do anything. We can just have one of us selling us out, the rest of millions out, because we don't know what it means to be a dignified African, if I'm really making sense. And that comes with morals, character, um, you accepting yourself as a Black person, and everything and the people you carry behind it really makes sense. And I feel like that's what it really, really is. But shout out to Byron Scott, shout out to DJ. Again, I can never pronounce your name correctly, so I'm gonna be calling you the DJ.
Thanks to Brother Byron for his 25 donation, brother. We really appreciate that. That
Shout out
keeps
to
me help me keep the lights on. When you gave me that $25, I was able to pay the light bill over there.
Yep.
Yeah, when you told me the light bill was due, uh, I seen I had some money in my cash app. I said, "Damn right, you got the light bill money."
That is Thank you so much, Byron, and thank you for the compliment as well. But we're gonna start, of course, getting to the Epstein files. But before I share the videos or allow you Pete to take
Get some
over
more.
all control, yeah,
Yeah,
share a couple of videos where we have the Congress, the Democrats, the Republicans talking about the whole situation, because
they're all involved. But see, let me say before you show the video, they're all involved, guys. That's why they don't want to release the rest of them. They found. Shout out to Gerald Massey, no, whatever the Massey guy's name. He's a Republican out of he's out of Ohio, I think. Well, anyway, and then also the people, they got the ones that were unredacted. I told you, who controls what. So all your entertain. That's why you heard none of this on the news. All your entertainers are involved. All your people on the news are involved globally, not in America, globally. They said if any of this was told, the rest of the shit's gonna come out. It's gonna have to come out. The whole system will collapse. That's what the people are saying who actually see all of it. because they've all been involved. Like I said, they've all been involved in raping. Can you imagine this? The world power have been involved in kidnapping children, fucking children, drinking their blood. Okay, this is all real now. But you hear no white people going crazy because why? It's them, right? But let me say, drinking blood and then eating babies. This is known now. So no more allegedly shit. All right? This is a known fact. This is factual. So they're saying that if this ever comes out, it's gonna have to come out. Somebody's gonna hack and come out. It'll bring down the world economy, the world governments. Say the British royal family, they'll be done. If the whole royal family, Prince Charles is implicated in those files of fucking kidnapping children, fucking them. King Charles, right? And the rest of the world, not just Andrew, King Charles, the one that the Africans go crazy about when there's no good debaucherous bastard comes into Kenya or Nigeria. Oh, they kill us. He's been kidnapping kids, fucking them, drinking their blood and eating them. Okay? This shit is so crazy. And now it's real because you can't say it's not. You can't say it's all conspiracy. Remember, there's all conspiracy theory. Nah, it's all conspiracy facts. So, no more of this conspiracy theory bullshit. And so, I'm gonna jump over. But so they're all involved. And you know who's behind it? The Rothschilds, Rockefeller, with the is not real country. Okay, that's what's involved in it. It's crazy. They've been doing it, so they're all involved. They're all everybody. So everybody's been having sex with children, kidnapping them, fucking them, eating them, drinking their blood. See, can't imagine, but you know, white people ain't really sitting about it, because you know what? Like I said, how is this different than this happened in slavery? Slavery was still even 10 times worse than this for over 400 years, doing this to African kids, African adults from Brazil, Jamaica, America, Canada, Haiti, Barbados, Bermuda, Trinidad, Guyana, Colombia, Venezuela. I'm naming all the places, and I left out a few. All these countries, African people were getting treated like this for over 400 years. Slavery wasn't just in America. United States, Canada, Jamaica, Virgin Islands, Barbados, Bermuda, Haiti, Colombia, Panama, Venezuela, Trinidad, Tobago, Suriname, Guyana. I didn't name any more. Nicaragua, Honduras. All these countries, black people were getting fucked, beaten, eaten. I'm sure they were drinking our blood too. We know we were getting raped. We know we were getting beat. Yeah. Say it again, Joby.
Eating organs like kidneys.
Yeah, eating your organs, using your organs, just all kind of heinous, wicked shit. But I said this years ago, even during the I ain't funny people, we got Pizzagate again. Told you Pizzagate tied in, but this took us 10 years later. Because all this is Pizzagate 2.0. Was all coming out. This is Pizzagate 2.0. And they're all involved. You know, funny, all these goofy Tariqs and Professor Black Truth, and they never mention the cats with the hats. I told you. Because they're on the payroll. See, when you know the truth, you're gonna get censored, you're gonna get banned. So I've been saying this forever. They just say it's white supremacy. Well, what kind of white supremacy is it? Who stands at the top of white supremacy? Who's the top white supremacist? Oh, it's the cats with the hats. Unless you're a moron, you know that. They're the ones that own all the banks. They're the ones that make this fake money, then can now bribe the flunky white man. Okay? With the fake money. That's been ruling the world, this fake money system. Who owns that? Oh, the Jays, the cats with the hats. But none of these niggas ever mention that. But when you mention that, you know, your social media gets cut off. Your reach gets torn apart. So I'm gonna let Joby say this, then we're gonna go on to this stuff. That, you know, no one. See, now we can openly say this. right? No more allegedly. This is not allegedly shit. There's no more allegedly shit. No more allegedly. We know they've been fucking babies, children. Have you seen America rise up? See white people? Oh no, they ain't done shit. And we know they've been eating them, talking about they taste like cream cheese. Yeah, baby, tastes like cream cheese. Now I love. No, hold on. You guys know I love cheesecake. I love cream cheese. I love my cheesecakes. You imagine that they say baby tastes like cream cheese. You imagine how filthy sick you are. The depravity, because you're dealing with a system of psychopathy that took over the world. Same white people came out these caves and fucking these animals, all the other wretched shit. These people have been allowed to take over the world. And all that behavior has been normalized. And when you just said, oh, you're talking crazy, oh, you're crazy, because you're stupid. Now, I called my dumbass brother. He said, it ain't on the news. I said, yeah, I had to ask him for some money. I said, yeah, nigga, is it on the news? Go ahead, Jimmy, go ahead.
All right. Well, as I go ahead and as a wait for people to come back, personally, I feel like this still goes back to even yesterday's conversation of the reptilians, because it's literally very much matched, if I'm making sense. It's very much matching to the dots or connecting to the dots, right? And we should say this again spiritually. This is how they have managed to keep us this trapped, because of the rituals. These people, the rituals they keep on doing of, killing children, innocent lives, drinking on blood and all that, and keeping us trapped. So again, we're talking about a spiritual war, which I also mentioned earlier today. Like,
But it's spiritual, exactly. It's a spiritual war. Told you that as well. It's spiritual. So, sorry, that goes against your Allah, you goopy Muslims, your Allah, Allah, you goopy moronic Christians. Jesus.
I've
Sorry.
seen Africans who are reacting to this, and man, people are really shocked. Personally,
Yeah, because I told you, because exactly, like Joe, I'm gonna say this, because the African mind has been kept as a child. So hearing all this shit, their minds can't fathom this kind of naked evil. Go ahead,
I've
Joe.
seen some of my friends who are posting it after. Of course, there's those who are watching the documentaries that are posted on YouTube, but of course, YouTube is not so gonna give those details that you can find
Exactly.
like on the dark web or these other hidden spaces.
Exactly.
Set documentaries, but still the bare minimum they're getting of the truth, the shock in them is crazy. Like, most of the people who are reacting to this, I've seen Kenyans, I think I mentioned it yesterday. Kenyans are reacting to this and they're going crazy. They're like, God damn, we're not dealing with humans. Like, this is an animal.
So man, I know what I know what you're saying. Sorry, Joe, I'm gonna interrupt you. Let me say something. I know what Joe be saying, because when we see, remember when Joe was real innocent, Joe would always say, well, what about the humanity? What about the humanity? And we try to explain to Joby that there is no humanity. so Kenyans are getting it raw, right? Getting it raw without no buffer. Like, what's going on? Go ahead, Joby, go explain.
Exactly. I don't know if I can find that video of that lady. Let me see if I can
Hope you can.
She's always talking about politics. We've shared that video before. Talks about everything. She's really shocked. She's like, man, we're not dealing with humans. These people are eating the brains, the kidneys, and then she had to speak it in Swahili, because she's saying she's proud of course, her video being taken down.
They're taken down, of course. And people, exactly.
Yeah, actually, there are a bunch of them there. Let me share. There are a bunch of them very much shocked.
Well, put them so you can translate them for us. I want to laugh and hear what they're saying, because I know their minds are fucked up.
Very much.
And I want you to know, the Vatican, all your churches have been implicated in it too. See, they're gonna get even deeper for you moronic Christians. All your churches are all up involved, but you church Negroes always do cognitive dissonance. Well, it's the church, that doesn't mean it's Jesus. All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So these most of them are reacting, of course, to
Mm.
the Kenyan being linked to the Epstein files, and
Oh, yeah, they become and take babies in Kenya and eat them.
yeah, and also in India, in some parts of India, there's been demonstration that erupted because of the one of the MPs being found also on the files. So that
Of
has led
course.
to a very serious demonstration in some parts of India.
Files, and this is very shocking because it raises a lot of questions as to why the famous Western people they adopt children from Africa. So among the 3 million documents which was released on Friday by US Department of Justice, there is an email about Kenya. So the person who made this email is called Peggy Siegel. She is talking about how she wants to visit Kenya and go to Masai Mara. So she is going with someone called Mati. In this email, she's talking about how they are going to visit in different places like Masai Mara, and also they are going to visit Maasai tribes. And she is also talking about how maybe this Maasai tribe, they are going to eat them. And if they don't eat them, the Somali pirates, they are going to eat them. This is the most important part. She is talking about how she can bring a child, one child or two, either boy or a girl, to Jeffrey Epstein. Can you imagine this? And she made a reference to Madonna. So she was talking about how she can take small children to Jeffrey Epstein. But you need to understand this also. The
You can
president
go
of
to
Kenya
McDonald's.
Which is crazy because we've been talking about this. Remember, we talked about the opera,
You, you
Madonna.
talking about we talking about the food, the babies in McDonald's. I found a whole jawbone in my shit, Joby.
Kenyatta by then
Not the top and the bottom, guys. Let me
he banned foreigners from adopting local children.
crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so I can find that the other lady reacted it
Mhm.
on it so well. Like you know her, she always reacts to politics a lot, and she did it in
Mhm.
Swahili. She was her reaction was just so amazing to me. They're like, hold on, guys, I gotta do this in Swahili because they're gonna take this video down. But they've been eating goodness and brains. Yeah, so this is very, very spiritual. So let me get back to the videos where we have the Republicans, the Democrats, Congress talking about this whole thing as if they didn't know about it. Because for how long have we
Yeah.
had this
Of
up
course,
to
they gotta say they don't know about it, Joe, because they don't want. They trying to stay in power. They all known about it. They're all compromised. They could have been. Why they bring it out now? Because everybody knows. And they say they could have been brought this out, but they didn't. They're all compromised. They're all involved, Joby. As the guys, that's why they try to black out everything. But
Mhm.
now, shout out to the people in the computer. They found a way to that's why they trying to destroy them now because they see people found out a way to unblack in the documents and see whose names on them. They're all involved, Joby. They're all involved. All these motherfuckers. All of
Mhm.
them.
Nancy and I went to the Department of Justice to read the unredacted Epstein
See,
files.
see the
We
unredacted means
spent about
see
2 hours.
the unredacted means the ones that wasn't blacked out, ones that they can see everybody's name. They're all involved, Joe.
Mm.
There, and we learned that 70 to 80% of the files are still redacted.
Yep,
In
still
fact,
blacked out.
there were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massey and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake. And now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful
It wasn't a
men.
mistake because all the institutions now, America doesn't have strong institutions no more. They're all captured. They're like Africa. They're all captured. They all captured with they didn't do bribery because they couldn't give them. They did with fucking babies because the dirty secret that no one's ever known. You guys, that European culture is pedophilic. They know their own culture. That's why they can get them with having sex with babies. And fucking then they're making them eat them and drink blood. But they know European culture's always been pedophilic. Always. From its inception. It's always been bestiality, fucking animals, and fucking children. See, that's the real history. That don't come in none of your movies and all their fake history they put in their books. The real history, that's why you celebrate. Hey, when ain't Valentine's Day this Saturday? Why you celebrate Valentine's Day, which is pedophilia? Got a naked baby hit you with a damn heart with an arrow. Why is the fucking baby naked? Because they love fucking babies. That's see, it's all subliminal. You know, we're stupid just born in this weird ass culture. Why is there a fucking baby? Oh, do this for me for a second, Joe. Keep that up. Let's juxtapose. Let's just show you. Let's always connect dots so you can understand their culture. So let's say, say, go to Google, say images of the Valentine's baby. So why is there a baby butt naked shooting a love arrow? Even when I was a kid, why is this baby naked? But we don't think nothing about it. We just like, okay, this cute. Why is it a naked baby? Just say the Valentine's Day. They say images of the Valentine's Day baby. There you go. But so why is this butt naked baby? Right? He's butt naked. He's usually butt naked. And they guys, yeah, he's usually butt naked. What does a baby got to do with love and that? Because remember, their culture is pedophilic, and since they conquered the world, they got you celebrating all this. Got everybody around the world celebrating this pedophilic holiday. Yeah, a baby, the naked baby, because in their culture they fuck babies. You understand this? You don't even understand what you're looking at when you're. I'm gonna do Valentine's Day. I'm gonna just be Valentine's. You don't know that their culture came along with it, where they have sex with children. The damn baby is called pederasty, pedophile baby that they used to fuck. You have no idea how sick and disgusting this is because you don't know their culture. They've always been pedophiles, but that's not in none of your history books. None of your history. They give you the fake Jesus. You celebrate all their goofy holidays. I mean, I first told Joe and Katie this. What? I said, that's a pedophilic holiday. Because when I learned it, I was over there like, what? Pedophilic? Pedophilic? What you know? So why is there a naked baby? Why is the baby butt naked? How's a butt naked baby got to do with love? Remember, they said is nothing better than a man having sex with a boy. When they first came across Africans, they couldn't believe Africans loving women. This is all documented factually. Say, what are these Africans doing loving women? This is weird. They thought loving women was weird. They said, there's no better love between than anybody than a man fucking a boy. Why don't Africans fuck boys? Why don't Africans be having sex with the boys in relation with boys? They didn't understand that because remember, the African man put the black woman on a pedestal back then. She was the everything. She was the glory. The African woman. The white man didn't understand that. What kind of sick shit is this? You just use a woman just to make a baby. You don't give love to it. Right? This is what they believed. For real, for real. So they were shocked to see that African men put African women on a pedestal. They said, ain't nothing better than the butt cheeks of a baby. You're like, what? So everybody got the butt cheeks so pronounced right there, right? What you see in there? But we in the culture, we don't know what none of this shit means. We're born into this crazy psychopathic ass, deranged ass culture. We're born into it because we got conquered by psychopathic, pedophilic cannibals, and that's an accurate state of fact. Psychopathic. They're psychopaths. There's no doubt about that. Psychopathic, pedophilic, bestiality. I say beastie, whatever that word would be, and cannibalistic culture that we're living in, and all what they call the elites, they're billionaires, they're kings and queens, all of them. I don't care if you're in England, France, Germany, fucking Spain, Portugal, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands. They've all been implicated doing this filthy shit because that's always been their culture. Always. Go ahead, Joby. Go back to your video. I just wanted to show you Valentine's Day is coming. See who's going to celebrate. Who's going to celebrate Pedophilia Day?
Men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Michelad's, Leopig.
I'm really grateful for not ever, how do I say,
Celebrating it.
yeah, no, not celebrating, but valuing this kind of events. Like, I'm
Mm.
really grateful for not being those girls who value these events, whether I'm
Yeah, I
with
got
them
you.
or
I got you.
not. Like, I'm not with it.
But
Leonore,
that couldn't have
Nicola.
been your fault. You wouldn't have known what it was anyway. I celebrated Valentine's Day. I gave people candy and flowers. I didn't know it was about, baby butt cheeks.
I really never, because I remember the first Valentine, I think I didn't even celebrate. I had a guy bringing
Okay.
me chocolates, flowers, and a
There you
big
go.
bear. Then
Shout out to him.
my dad burned the teddy bear in front of him.
Damn. Damn.
He gave me because I was 15, and they were like, "Nah, we're
Oh,
not gonna do this
okay.
shit."
Okay, I get that. Okay, he's a baby. I wouldn't allow that in. How old was the guy?
He was, he was already done with high school and all that. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so shout out to that. Yeah, that was an absolute not. I'm 15-year-old baby. Get your ass out of here.
and keep the flowers because they were fake flowers anyway. But the
Oh,
chocolate,
it was fake.
yeah.
Okay.
But the teddy bear, we're not gonna keep this shit. It's gonna make you fall in love for no reason and get you pregnant.
Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of
Yeah,
Dubai
and
Ports
pause.
World.
Exactly, pause. Exactly. Yeah, and all the Arabs all involved. The UAE, he said Dubai, Saudi, they're all involved. Well, I already knew they were going. Them Arabs do all kind of heinous, wicked shit. You see, they doo-doo on people. Big Africans and the models over there on Instagram, the doo-doo on them. Go ahead, Joe.
And billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI. Now, my question is, why did it take Thomas Massey and me going to the Justice Department to get these 6 men's identities to become public? And if we found 6 men that they were hiding in
There's
2 hours,
thousands.
imagine how many men they are covering up for in those
Exactly.
3 million files. But the story gets worse. The reality is that Donald Trump's FBI scrubbed these files
Yep.
in March,
Tried to hide them
before Thomas Massey and I passed the Epstein Transparency Act.
last year.
Now, my bill is clear. The Epstein Transparency Act requires them to unredact those FBI files.
Your bill, pause
yet
it.
the
Your
Justice
bill means
Department-
your law. There is no law. Your bill means nothing. Told you, America is now a captured state. Your law means nothing. Your institutions are now weak like Africa. We have no more long, strong institutions. All the institutions have been captured through bribery, and really through bribery and what? Blackmail. All of them been fucking babies. That's your culture. So if I couldn't get you through bribery, I get you through babies. So the institutions have all been captured. There's not one American institution that's now strong. They've all been captured by pedophilia. All of them. FBI, CIA, State Department, Justice Department, all of them. Treasury Department, Agriculture Department, all of them. All of them have been captured. Every institution in America has been captured. So they're all weak now. That's why they didn't give them the files. He said, we passed the law. Fuck your law. Your law means nothing. So we're not running with a country based on law anymore because the institutions are now captured. They're weak. It's like some Africa shit now. It's like Africa or any other place that don't have strong institutions. Institutions have been destroyed through pedophilia, right? They set pedophilia wings, so they're not gonna give you these files because you passed a law. Where they gonna implement all them? FBI is captured. CIA is captured. All our institutions are captured through blackmail, through somebody having their penis in a child's mouth or in their butt. Okay? And then, Lord knows they got the tape of you eating, motherfuckers. Oh my God. Imagine how many of these people walk around with their fancy suits on, talking about they're the head of this department, the head of this institution, and they didn't ate a fucking baby. How's that work? And we know the majority have. Because remember, the institutions don't follow any law. They don't care about any of the people or do what they're told to do anymore. They just do what they want to do, right? Because they all done had their penis in somebody's mouth, and they all done ate some flesh, ate a baby, okay? Because everything they done, this you talking about some evil, wicked shit. We know they're behind the pandemic, right? We know they're behind the genocidal, homicidal maniac of making all these VACCINEs, these weaponized things. You know that. We know these same people are with the goddamn eugenics program. They never stopped that program. They want to lie to you. Oh, the elite figured out that black people's genes are not bad and blah, blah, that old shit. Right? Lies. They just went underground with their wicked shit because they controlled the world. So that's why you never got no truth and no media. And no matter where you go, we always showed that no matter where you, if I was sitting in Kenya, fucking Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, or sitting in goddamn Moscow, fucking Russia, the news was all the same. You got the same tired, fake narrative over and over and over again, globally, because that means they own all the media. You couldn't get no media. You couldn't just go buy no media if you made a lot of money. They made sure you didn't make enough money to buy a media. And if you did slip up and they didn't catch it, they would destroy you. They make sure you wouldn't be able to get it because you weren't part of the club. Everybody owns media I think all this social media is owned by a few people, right? Only a few people allowed to own it. And you know who all owns the shit. To control the narrative globally. And since most people are sheeple and stupid, they don't investigate it. I didn't believe it. They just let news wash all over them. Just go in their mind and this is what's real. The news said that. All your news is up in here, all of it. From Kenya to Nigeria to France to Spain, all of it. All of it. That's why I said, this ever comes out, it's going to take down the whole rotten system. Nothing you believe, like when I started Black Eye Fire, I told you that, nothing you believe is real. That's even with your goop. That's even for winning on all your goofy fake religions. Nothing you believe is real. Nothing. You know how fucked up people. See, that's why you gotta keep an open mind. Most people are static in their thinking. And so when you come across something now that's not real, your whole worldview, you find everything you believe is not real. A lot of people can't handle it. Commit suicide, jump out the window, whatever. I'm here to tell you, like I told you that was my first show I ever did on Black Eye Fire. Nothing you believe is real. Everything you believe is a lie. That's my very first show. Remember that. Everything you believe is a lie. Everything you know to be true is a lie. And nothing is real. As my numbers went big, and then they found me. They just started shutting me down, right? Because nothing you believe is real. Nothing. All these people that control this planet are pedophiles, factual pedophiles. Not allegedly, no more allegedly shit. Are pedophiles, factual. Are cannibals, factual. Are psychopaths, factual. Bestiality, factual. They fuck dogs, goats, rabbits, cats, whatever. Whatever. Okay? It's all real. And so, find ourselves at the crossroads. Because no one can now deny that you're being ruled by psychopathic, homicidal, pedophilic cannibals. See, that sounded crazy 10 years ago when I said that. He's crazy. Keith is crazy. He's crazy. Keith is a nut. Yeah, I'm a nut. I'm a nut. All these conspiracy theories are nuts. He's a nut. Okay. I guess I'm no longer a nut. Huh? I'm no longer, because you can't imagine telling people that their eyes, you tell people that the people that run the world are psychopathic, pedophilic, cannibalistic, blood drinkers. People eyes roll back in their head and say, hey, get your crazy ass away from me. Right?
You're not racist.
Yeah. Get your crazy ass away from me. See, that's what they will tell you. All right? That's what my brother, when he, Joey knew, my brother, I had Joey on the call, my brother, when he talked to me, He mother would talk to me maybe once a year. I said, man, why you never call me? I don't hear that old crazy shit you be talking. Right? Because most people's minds cannot accept this. Like Joby said, the Kenyans are not. I can't imagine an African mind that doesn't know nothing about how crazy they going. But when I used to tell my brother this stuff, he said, man, what is that crazy shit you do? Even I told him about this 6 years ago. I told him about the pandemic. I said, listen, they're releasing something. They're trying to kill it. Now imagine me telling them this. They're releasing something. They're trying to. I still gotta use code words on YouTube. I said, Eric, they're releasing something. My brother's name Eric. I said, Eric, they released something, and I'm telling you, it's Bill Gates and these other people that are behind the scenes. They're trying to depopulate the planet. If you take it, that's the end of you, man. I'm gonna have to go to your funeral. Ah, man, you're talking crazy. You're gonna have to take it. We all gonna have to take it. You're talking crazy. The news ain't told me no crazy shit like that. The news ain't told him. No, this motherfucking moron told me. The news ain't told him. News ain't told me no shit like the news gonna tell the other people trying to unalive his ass. The news ain't told me nothing like that. So back in them days, now he would only call me maybe once a year, maybe twice. So when I had to call his ass to borrow some money last week, I couldn't go too much because I had to borrow money from this nigga. I'm broke. So I couldn't rub it in his face. I could say, yeah, nigga, what about the motherfucking Epstein files now? But even with Pizzagate, he want to hear it. I said, man, Pizzagate shit, you know that shit real. Oh, man, get out of that shit crazy. That shit ain't real. It's some made up shit, right? So now Pizzagate's all been validated, right? But when I called us, hey, man, I probably need to borrow some money. Oh, you got to borrow some money? What about that? I knew he was going to get it. What about all that shit in Africa you built? What about that shit? What about all that African shit you built? What about that shit? How you broke? About the African motherfuckers. What's going on with that? I said, man, don't worry about that. What about the Epstein files? I told the shit real. Oh, man, I don't know. I still don't want to believe. I don't know about none of that crazy shit still. I said, Eric, they're showing you, even on the news, they're not mentioning what it is. That's from the Justice Department. That's from the American Justice Department, you fucking moron. But I can't go in them. Well, I want to go in on that because I got to get some money from his ass. So I got to handle his ass with kid gloves. I said, you see, Eric, you see what they saying? These people been eating babies. Eric, you understand it? Oh, man, I can't see nobody fucking cooking a baby. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to understand the conversation because it's not fun. I just remember my brother said, I can't imagine nobody cooking a baby. Who the fuck gonna be cooking a baby? See, their minds can't even fathom. We don't know if they're cooking them or eating them raw. We don't know. But see, his mind can't fathom somebody eating a baby. He's like, I can't make nobody cooking no goddamn baby and a bunch of people sitting around a table fucking eating a baby like a turkey. I said like a turkey. Yeah, like a turkey, like a turkey. We sit around the table and feast him. I can't believe nobody's cooking babies. Even though he still, see, that's how most of he still can't fathom a motherfucker eating a baby. But go ahead, Joe. Let me go and play.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play just maybe 2, 3. Then I also let you now explain also how maybe this is related to slavery and to think about it.
Said to me and to Congressman Massey, we just uploaded whatever the FBI sent us. And guess what? The FBI sent scrubbed files.
Of course.
That means the survivor's statement to the FBI naming rich and powerful men who went to Epstein's island.
He let you know that FBI as an institution is compromised. Now there's no longer an institution. It's weak. It's like all these African institutions are weak. It's compromised. It's been blackmailed. I mean, how you gonna send me a file without the fucking names on it? No. Go ahead, Joe.
To his ranch, who went to his home and raped and abused underage girls or saw underage girls being paraded.
It's like I woke up to a very disturbing news today. There's a father, a white guy, of course, who killed his 21-year-old daughter because they were arguing about the Epstein files. And that motherfucker had the audacity of telling the daughter, "I wish you were among the people who are raped and killed."
And because he's a Trump fan. Trump is in it. So his daughter was telling Dad, Trump's in these files. And since they're so, remember, for them, white supremacy is the number one thing, Joby, not his daughter. He can make it that door. White supremacy comes first, Joby. With these people, you didn't understand, not their kids. White supremacy comes first above everything, Joby. That's why they said, I wish you was in the files. That's right. That's right. How dare you? That's right, Joby.
They're all hidden. They're all redacted. It's a little bit of a farce.
They're all hidden,
all
exactly.
the members of Congress to go to see the Department of Justice, quote unquote, unredacted files, but they've got all redacted files from the FBI. And it's not the fault of the Justice Department attorneys. They were just told upload things that Donald Trump's FBI had already scrubbed.
Blacked
It's
it
a
out.
blatant violation of the Epstein Transparency Act. But it also asks a fundamental question.
Why?
Who are they protecting? Why are they protecting these rich and powerful men, people I call part of the Epstein class? Why are we in a country where there is no elite accountability for people
No
who do
law.
the most
Like Jimmy said about Accountability Act, the rule of law. The rule of law does not apply. You found out the rule of law don't apply no more. Because the rich and powerful control, they said, no, block all that shit out. You like, I got the shit blacked out. Where's everybody's name at? What? Go ahead, Jim.
Giving Kobe, that guy who reacts to videos and he doesn't talk, like, it's giving Kobe, like, where is accountability? Exactly. I've been talking.
In England, the king now calling for an investigation and possible prosecution of his own brother. You have in Norway, the princess.
Exactly. I told you, all the world, the king is in there too. King Charles has been in the fucking babies and eating them, drinking the blood. All the royal houses of Norway, Sweden. They said Sweden's talking about dissolving their whole fake monarchy, getting rid of the kings and queens. They're all in it. They're all in there. But the sad fact, they've been doing this. They were doing this 100, 200, 300 years ago. This has been their code. This ain't like new. They've been doing this shit. All right? But now they're talking about they're going to dissolve the monarchy in Sweden or Norway, one of them. But they've been eating babies and fucking them. So, I don't know if they cook them first. I don't know if they take the babies and eat them, raw without no cook. And remember, it's an all-day nursery rhymes about how they cook babies and eat them. Remember Hansel and Gretel? See, they always tell the truth, but we don't never know, oh, this is just a nursery rhyme. Why is a motherfucker out in the woods talking about putting kids in a pot and eating them? What nursery rhyme is that in Africa? It is not. Doesn't exist. What nursery rhyme? But their nursery rhymes talking about two kids are in the forest and the woman trying to get them so she can cook them and eat them. That's their nursery rhyme. That's some shit you tell your kids before you go to sleep, because that's their culture. That's a cultural defect. We don't understand. We sitting there talking about Hansel and Gretel, talking about eating them. Like, what? Why? What kind of nursery rhyme is this? Exactly. Put them in a pan. Exactly. Peter Pan. Yeah, Peter Pan is supposed to be eaten, and they wanted to eat the. Was it the pirates wanted to eat them or something? Put them in a pie. They wanted. I think that the Hansel and Gretel didn't the lady want to put them in a pie, bake them in a pie. Ooh, these little kids, a girl and a boy, put them in a pie in the oven and then eat them. They'd be all tender. Because we don't know their history. They were always eating children, guys. Remember when Europe was all fucked up? That was the norm. So we didn't even know that. They don't shit. Everything lied. Their history, when they were in Europe all fucked up, they were always putting kids in pies and eating them. I told you the last crusade. So we talk about the crusades, the real crusades. These are fake. If you guys remember the real crusades, right? The last one was called a child crusade. Joe, we looked at a child crusade. The child crusade, they all were going to go from England and France, walk down to Jerusalem and all shit. And when they got to Italy, they had no boats. And so the grown-up people tricked them, and all of them got ate. They had like 1,000 kids all got kidnapped and were thrown in a pot. And they all got ate. That ain't nowhere in none of your history books, is it? But they ate the damn kids. It's called the kids. It's called the children's what Joby said, do we do what's what I'm looking for? Children's crusade. It's called the Children's Crusade. Like they threw all these white kids and put them in a pot, ate their ass. They needed a boat ride across the sea, across the Mediterranean Sea. They said, nah, we're gonna put you in a pot. We're gonna eat you. What's this, Joby?
The Child Crusade.
Yeah, the children crusade right there. See, they'll tell you. Let's see. They ate these motherfuckers. Is that in your history book? They ate these kids. That tells the child crusade. I wonder, does it say they got eaten, Joby? They ate these kids. All these kids got eaten. That's a fact. It's not allegedly, it's a fact of history. All these children were eaten. You got that? Does it say that, Joby? It say they got eaten?
No.
See, this shows you there was a children's crusade. Okay. Say, ask Google, say, did the children's crusade, did those kids get eaten? Yeah, they ate them. They ate them. That's not in your history book. They ate those kids. That's a fact of history. They said, can you give us a ride across the Mediterranean Sea? They said, no, we can put you in a pot with some potatoes. Eat it.
I think we confirmed this before, but Google, of course, right now says no. The Children Crusade of 1212 was not eaten, nor did they face mass cannibalism. Most of the participants, who are actually a mix of children, young adults, or poor people, perished from starvation, diseases, and exposure to.
See how they lie? See, that's how you know it's a lie. Perished from starvation. Oh, that's a lie. A blatant lie right there on your fake Google. This is a known fact. They were eating. They were taken. They got ate. Now pull this up, Joey, on TikTok. I know one professor tells the truth. This is a professor. You know, this is a professor. Okay, this is known fact. So pull this up, Joey, on TikTok. Go ahead.
Article also says yes, it did. According to
Yeah.
that tell the real sources. That is Quora. We also have Reddit, which says yes, they did.
Yeah, they got eaten. Exactly. So, yeah. So they always want. They always want to lie. So you won't never know. Yeah. Just so Joey scroll down. They buried the truth. And like the 13th page on Google. Yeah, they was they ain't gonna starve. They got eaten. Now I want you to know that's their culture. Those kids got eaten. They ate those children. And remember, they all this shit said they were gonna fight for Jesus. Gonna fight. We're going down to fight for Jesus. We're gonna fight. We're gonna crusade for Jesus. He said, no, you're not. You're gonna get in the pot. We're gonna put some potatoes in it, and we're gonna eat you. But I'm fighting for Jesus. Yeah, but my belly's empty. Right? My belly's empty, nigga. You didn't understand that. So they put them in a pot, and they ate them. That's what happened. Not no, they died from starvation. That's a lie. They ate them. So we know, see, they want you to know this, their culture. Cannibalism is always, remember they project that to African people. Africans were cannibals. Why would I have to be a cannibal and everything's in Africa?
So let me read this just a minute
Go ahead, Jimmy.
before I get, as we move away from the video I was sharing, because as I
Yeah, we
shared
already know about that one.
the ones you queued for me. So this one says, yes, it did. Indeed, several children's crusade happened in France, 1212, then in Germany in 1237 and 1458. They were all disasters. A manifestation of group delusional and must have originated from economic crisis in the region. There was overpopulation.
They're impoverished.
And one way to reduce overpopulation is to send people to war. Let me tell you the very sad story of the 1212 children's pilgrimage, if I'm pronouncing correctly.
That's it. That's a job. Pilgrimage.
Yeah, in the village of Clovis, Vendôme, France, in 1212, there was a shepherd boy called Stephen. Let's say he was 14. One day he announced that Christ had appeared before him, dressed as a foreigner, and eaten.
Always. Christ always appeared for these motherfuckers, always.
And had given him a letter to the king. Stephen's sheep were so impressed, and they knelt before him, which impressed the other shepherds' boys so much, and all the youths of the religion and elsewhere, that they followed him on his journey to the to the Cathedral of Saint Denis, that is in Paris. There, Stephen performed miracles. He was hailed as God's messenger, and you can bet that the monks of Saint Denis made the most of his phenomenon. Most of this phenomenon. Other boys now rose at the prophets, leading processions of pilgrims. Everyone carried candles, crosses, censers, which proves that the monks were behind this and sang the Lord, praise the Christdom, give us back the true cross. The king did not like the king did not like it. It looked too much like an anarchy, and neither did intelligent people, but the children. Piety was so fervent that if you questioned it, you looked like a heretic, so they shut up. Children, all of the classes joined the throne. Parents could not prevent them. Boys armed and unarmed, girls dressed as boys, the upper class ones on horseback and the rest on the foot. They collected at Vendome, that is all 30,000 of them. Damn, 30,000. They were all going on a crusade. They were going to take back the Holy Land, which in course says, I have to remind you that the Holy Land was the time in the hands of those infidels and the
The
Sarens,
Muslim, the Muslim,
which
the Saracens.
mhm,
Saracens was known for black people.
which is to say
The dirty niggas. Oops, go ahead.
there was a lot of land out there feeding another empire, while land in France was tight. They marched to Marseilles, and it was a hot and dry July. Pilgrims dropped off.
Marseille.
Stephen told the diehards they will not need
Now,
ships
now,
to
now, 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 now pause this. Now, Joby's reading the whole story that Google told you didn't exist. Ain't that funny? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Joby.
the sea would part before them and allow them to walk there more walk-ins, and it turns out that they did need vessels. Two merchants, that is Hag Fresses and William Porcas, provided seven large ships for three for God's blessings only. The children packed in on their way on the last. Soon though, a storm overtook them. Two ships ran. I don't know if this is based on, or I'm just rather if it's reading to the truth, but this one among the article I just found. Soon though,
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That is what happened. Yeah, that's what actually what happened. They tell you, they know the whole story's known, Joby. That's the story. That's the truth. And then they about to tell you how they snuck, they fooled them. They were going to take them across the sea, but they took them to a pot and cooked them. Go ahead.
and soon though, a storm overtook them. Two ships ran aground in the San Pedro, an island of Sardinia. Everyone on board perished. The other five ships made it to the Beija, now known as Algeria, and Alexandria, which is now as Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, the lands of the Sacrans. Except the Sacrans were more numerous and adult and properly armed and at home, and God did nothing to save his little pilgrims. So they were sold as slaves. But since the Sacrans were at least as civilized as the French, the children may not have ended too miserably. The rich ones may even have organized ransoms, although they were not told these slave trades. Firas and Porcas were hanged in the Sicily by Emperor Frederick II, and
So they
so
went to
ended
Sicily. You
the
hung them
rest.
on Sicily. So
Mm-hmm.
some of them were eaten and the other was sold into slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Yeah, so that's the end of that article. Yeah,
Yeah,
but most of the people are agreeing because this is called Quora. Quora has most of the people tell the truth on the comment section based on
yeah,
many conversations.
yeah. So one exactly ones they didn't eat, they sold little white boys in the white kids into slavery. So
Mm-hmm. So let me see.
you little white bastards. You don't look. Your stomach's not fat enough to go in my pot, so you're gonna be a slave.
Let me cue this other video shared with
Go,
me in the
or
spirit.
go.
Case that investing in women is not just the right thing to do, but it's also the smart thing to do. It's a strategic choice that I would like to present to you in this conference. Investing in women. Sweden, for example.
That is Hind Al Owais. an Emirati who's alleged to be in the Epstein files. And in the files, not only did she fuck Jeffrey Epstein, she offered her 13-year-old little sister
Wow.
to Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow.
Let me say this again. She offered her 13-year-old little sister to Jeffrey
Wow.
Epstein. She's known globally. Hind
Oh my
Al-Owais.
God.
Look up the name Hind Al-Owais. She's known globally as a feminist icon for Arab women.
Wow.
She offered her 13-year-old little sister to Jeffrey Epstein. Newly released documents from Jeffrey Epstein files as of February 2026 have
They're all
linked
in there.
Hind Al-Owais, a prominent United Arab Emirates UAE diplomat and current director of the UAE Permanent Committee for Human Rights, to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Here are the key details regarding the allegations. Reports indicate that Al-Owais appears in approximately 469 emails with Jeffrey Epstein between 2011 and May 2012. 469 emails within a year.
Yep. The butt cheeks.
Allegations of arranged meetings.
So
The
418
emails
emails.
allegedly
So Jeffrey kept calling, I got your butt cheeks. Where's your 13-year-old sister at?
detail coordinated meeting between Al-Owais and Epstein regarding meetings with women. In a January 2012 message, Al-Owais is quoted as saying, "Getting one girl ready is difficult enough. Two girls, you can certainly call a challenge." To which Epstein replied, requesting to meet closer to 11 a.m. for more time with you two. In-person meetings, Epstein's calendar, blah, blah. The most damning allegation, she offered her 13-year-old little sister to Jeffrey Epstein. White Americans are not doing anything about the Epstein files because there are no black people in it. White Americans are sitting down keeping quiet about the Epstein files because there are no black people in it. If they release a version of the Epstein files right now that details over 200 to 300 black people in it, fucking little European girls, I can guarantee you the entire
war.
white population in America is going to get up in arms and they're going to get guns and
We're
they're
going to
fight
war.
everyone.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
reason white America hasn't done shit
Exactly. We're going to war.
White
Exactly. You're right. Ain't no white people. Exactly. Have you had in the files that a bunch of black men, a bunch of niggas and their fucking little white girls, they going to war. That white girls' coochies were getting violated by dirty niggas.
What the hell?
They're going to war. That's right. They would say, what the hell? Exactly right. Dirty
Because they're not doing
niggas.
anything about the Epstein
Dirty niggas been eating babies.
black people.
White babies.
Black people.
Hold on.
Okay, serious question. Now that we have literal documents,
Hold on.
white Americans are not doing anything about the Epstein files because there are no.
Move it on behind.
Okay, serious question. Now that we
TikTok, stop playing with me.
white Americans are not doing anything about the Epstein files because there are no black people in it. White Americans are sitting down keeping quiet about the Epstein
because we're
files
not
because there are no
debauchers.
black people in it. If they release a version of the Epstein files right now that details over 200 to 300 black people in it, fucking little European girls,
That's
I
right.
can guarantee you, the entire white population in America is going to get up in arms and they're going to get guns and they're going to find everyone involved.
That's
The
right.
reason white America hasn't done shit is because it's white people. Let it come out that there's been at least 200 black men who've gone to that island to fuck little white girls.
Right. That's right.
Okay, serious question. Now,
Yeah, so
They-
one.
Giving full access to the unredacted Epstein files. The situation is drastic. Because Jeffrey Epstein and his associates weren't just PDFs, they were serial killers. There are multiple members of Congress threatening to
Well,
call
They were killing people too.
same exact client list Pam Bondi insisted didn't exist time and time again. Let's take a look at it.
And if you see our memo on Epstein, you will see, our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list.
We've taken a look at the
Pause
Epstein.
that. You see she's lying? See, I remember last year they said there was no list. They were lying, right? Because the organizations are captured. Institutions are captured. They don't work anymore. It's like Africa shit. They're captured. She's sitting there lying to you. They not no list, doesn't exist, blah, blah. Because they've all been blackmailed. They've all done had their dick in some kid's mouth or in somebody's butt. That's just a fact. Go ahead, Joe.
client list. Matter of fact, the client list is stated time and time again within the Epstein files. And the most prominent one was Donald Trump. And Jeffrey Epstein killed so many people that he bought 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. And we also uncovered some more Epstein files that
pause it. Now you guys know sulfuric acid is what you do to break down a body. When you kill a body, you put acid on it and just leaves the bone. It kills so many people. We know he killed people. That was known too. I've been to that. He's been killing motherfuckers, especially what they were doing. And so I hate to, I love you. I love my black American woman, but hey, you're a moron and you hate your own men. So what he would do, he talked about this. He would go to black women. That's why I had that video with Joby Show years ago about the eggs. You black women and your eggs. So black women are stupid. They love white men to drool all on them, all that shit. Think they love them and all that stupid shit. They believe that shit in their mind. If you don't want to be a white woman, white man, well, he don't want your ass. He wants your genetics, you fucking moron. But you don't know that. So Jeffrey Epstein, I'm gonna use this, allegedly would kidnap black women and take them to his ranch house out there in New Mexico and get their DNA and then dissolve the body with that shit they talk about. That's gonna come out too. I'm crazy but I bet it's gonna come. I bet I'm right about this too. You kidnap these black bitches, right? These black women, because they all love with white men. Oh, the white man love me. Oh, the white man. You take them back to the house and you do some experiments on their stupid ass. Because who's gonna remember? Epstein is part of the elite. So ain't no police coming to save you. Ain't nobody gonna call you or none of that shit. Once you out there, you're done. You're done, right? So they were messing with genetics, guys. Remember, Jeffrey Epstein and these psychopaths are into black genetics. They're eugenicists, right? They believe in eugenics. And so they were doing all kind of experiment on black women out there at that ranch. There's ranch. See, nobody talks about the ranch. You know, they were talking about the house in New York, the house in Miami. No one talks about the goddamn mansion he had in New Mexico with all them secret rooms. They never talk about that one. If you guys didn't know, Jeffrey Epstein had a big old ranch mansion out there in the middle of nowhere in the state of New Mexico, away from Florida. His house in Miami in Florida, the one way up in New York. He had a house, and they knew what was out there. It was all kind of medical shit out there. All kind of medical shit. Because he was a eugenicist. And where's the beginning life starts? Oh, black women. You think people don't know that? You don't. Most of you dumb black broads in America know the beginning of life starts with your stupid ass. They know that. Your dumb ass don't even know that. So you're gonna have the strongest genetics. So when you're smiling and grinning in front of your white man, he's setting your ass up. You want to come back to my man? Oh, child, he got a mansion. Oh shit, girl. I got me a white man. He got a mansion, girl. He got a mansion, all right. And when you get out there, there's all kind of strange shit out there, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. What's all this? What's all these chains hanging from the ceiling? Oh, don't worry about that. I'm a little kinky. I get to a little sex play. Ooh, girl, you kinky? Ooh, you kinky like that? Yeah, I like to open up your butt cheeks, a little wider. I'm kinky, right? Girl, I found me a kinky one. This goddamn crack is a freak. This crack is a freak, girl.
Oh my god.
What did you say, Joey? What did you say?
Go.
That's all they talk. That's all they talking about. Girl, this crack is a freak. He got chains and all kind of shit. Girl, you better get out of there. That's like some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. Nah, girl, he all right. That's like some Jeffrey Dahmer shit you talking about. Nah, girl, he all right. He just a little freaky. He got that money too. Cool, girl, got everything in this mansion. Motherfucker offered me some goddamn eggs and bacon, all kind of shit. All kind of drugs and that shit to knock her stupid ass out. Oh, girl, he even got a chef. A chef, girl, shit. Brought me my food in bed. Now he knocked your ass out. Now you butt naked downstairs in the basement getting fucked up, right? He's already fucking you. Now he's gonna take your DNA and then he's gonna dissolve your body with that shit he's talking about and throw your bones in a ditch. And everybody go ahead. Your mama say, anybody seen Tiffany? I don't know. Hey, your mama gonna be calling your friend. Hey, Janice, have you seen Tiffany? I heard she was in New Mexico with a rich dude. Huh? What's his name? I don't know. He said she told me he's a little freaky, Miss Johnson. My baby was out with a white freak. Yeah, that's what she said. I ain't heard from her in a month. My baby called me at least once a week. No, don't look good. Go ahead, Joe.
Buying babies can bring a little baby back for you, or two, boys or girls. And aside from murdering his victims, 2 foreign girls were buried on orders of Jeffrey Epstein and Madam G, both unalive by strangulation during, along with messages such as, I give you permission to kill him, and the person that said this to him's husband died later that year. The Epstein files mentions distributing beef jerky to Epstein's clients, friends, and himself 383 times.
I told you to be food. Told you to be food laced with poison. You up there, oh girl, they got a chef. I'm eating all kind of stuff I never heard of. What's this stuff called, Jeff? You know, he old, but he want me to call him Jeff, not Jeffrey. What's this shit called, Jeff? It's called you know, give her ass some snails, give her that damn what's that snail shit called, guys? Escargot. What's this stuff, Jeff? It's escargot. Escargot. Yeah, escargot. It's all laced with poison in that shit.
Names such as pizza, which is just underage victims. So now people are accusing Jeffrey.
Pizza. Everybody see Pizzagate. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what pizza means now. That means you're fucking babies. See, everybody knows it now. See, when we talked about 10 years ago, oh, you're crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Everybody knows now. The term for fucking little children is pizza. That's why you see them talk about all the media on Ellen show. How much pizza do you like? Oh, I like this kind of pizza. You thought they were talking about real pizza, but Joby we talking about. Oh, I like this kind of pizza. You know they talking about putting their dick in a kid. Now you do. Go ahead, Joby.
Epstein of eating people. Let's take a look at this.
Right.
Steve needs 6 to 8 ounces portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, roughly 2 pounds, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt it was more
pause it. Pause it. God damn. They were killing people and turning their body into jerky. God damn, you know, diabolically evil. They were killing, they mothers get mad that they're not getting the proper amount of human meat, that they killing motherfuckers and turn them into beef jerky. This shit is diabolical. They like, hey man, I ain't getting enough of my jerky. You killed the motherfucker. How much of that body meat am I gonna get? You give me a little bit, stop playing with me. I need some more of that jerky. This is some diabolical shit. Go ahead.
To eat during my time off. Why would somebody only have a supply of jerky during somebody's time off? My plan is to make a batch before I leave to LSJ, and some of that will then go to Steve and the rest to you at LSJ when I arrive. To Jeffrey Epstein. Now get this part. He was responding to this prior message from Jeffrey Epstein. We talked about this at the ranch. Why isn't it done? And Jeffrey Epstein was responding to this message right here. I emailed you prior. For real. My dog got into my bag when I returned and ate the jerky. Francis is making another 6 ounces, which is what they need. So I can send it off. And then the conversation ends in a normal conversation, how all the coded embedded messages end. Every time they talk about murdering or killing people or pizza or images of underage people, they started off relatively normal, they put their real message in between, and they ended normally. Now, Jeffrey Epstein in this email says he's going to start eating regular food again. So he might eat less jerky, but he has 6 bags stored in the freezer. So many people want to know why he's storing beef jerky in the freezer. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. Jeffrey Epstein said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. That said, he has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer for his next trip. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Any other questions, please let me know. Thank you, Francis. As if you can't buy beef jerky anywhere in the world or just buy another type of food. It's very important to note that there's many victims that accused Epstein and many other elites of eating human meat as rituals. We didn't want to believe it, but now this weird beef jerky is appearing all over the Epstein emails.
Yeah, so those are the videos literally that Keith had shared with me. So let me go through you guys' comments, see what Most of you are saying as we get to continue. Shout out to everyone with us on the chat. Aaron, James, Jason, Sister Monique. I see we got Jiba Jabba, Samuel, Mr. John Mosquito, 10 Speed. Shout out to everyone with us this amazing afternoon. I hope you guys are doing amazing and having an easy week as we continue. But I see we have 10 Speed was saying when it comes to when the end comes of white supremacy on this planet, does it affect it in the reincarnation cycle? Let me read that again.
And that's always a good question. But I think, remember, they can create them at any time. So what they'll do, they'll just start creating a bunch of them again because they can't keep them alive for so long, Tense, because their genetics, they can't, unless they can create a melanated, eventually their genetics are going to die out because it's not created by us. So what they'll do is the same way we know, if anybody knows anything about the Cabbage Patch Babies from years ago, we grew up thinking that was just a doll. So they've been doing incubator babies. Everything we believe is a lie. We know the majority of the world population today of Caucasians are from incubators. So what they'll do, as we talking about yesterday, from behind the scenes, the people that rule the world from behind the scenes, they'll just start make a bunch of a bunch of test tube babies and refill that 10 speed. So then they'll let them go die out, and then they start making a bunch of them. They're never going to be able to live long, right? Live like thousands of years. So whatever their lifespan will be, I don't know, what, a couple thousand years, maybe 200 years, 300 years, because their strand of genetics will always die because it's not from the source. So who's ever run the world from behind the scenes would just start creating more white test tube babies and try to repopulate the planet again like that. So I have Joby pull that up. As soon as Joby reads all the comments, we're going to pull that up. We'll put it up on TikTok. Talking about the Cabbage Patch Baby. See, a lot of things we just don't know. Everything is a fucking lie. Everything we believe is a lie. See? It's just a lie. But go ahead, Joby.
And I see 10 Speed also said, when I first found out the characters in the Bible never existed, I was shocked, but it came easy, and I was born to be preached. Born to be preached. John Mosquito says, "Do you remember when the
Well, that's good for him. Let me say, not for me. It did. Well, I was 19, 18. So maybe a little older. When I found out it was fake, it didn't come easy for me. I was fucked up in the head. It didn't come easy for me knowing it was fake. I cried in my dorm room almost all night. I was scared, didn't understand, because it's a scary thing. You grow up your whole life with a lie. So imagine, I was just 18, and I still didn't want to let it go, even though everything showed me this was a lie. I still didn't want to let it go because I was scared. I said, if this ain't true, then what the fuck is, how's the world? Not me find out the truth. It kind of untethered me from reality. If you guys understand what I'm saying, it kind of untethered me from the world. It untethered me from the reality that I thought was real. If this isn't real, what the fuck is real? So I feel like I was anchorless. If that makes, I'm using Joby's you. If that makes sense, I feel like I was anchorless. I was untethered to reality now because my reality was smashed. But go ahead, Joby.
I also see John Mosquito says, "Do you remember when the Dalai Lama was caught kissing a young boy some years
Yeah,
back?"
yeah. Remember that Dalai Lama? Remember that fake Dalai Lama was put in there by the CIA back in the 40s, or it wasn't the CIA, it's OSS. At that time it was the what's it called? The Office of Strategic Services before they turned that into the CIA. So yeah, this Dalai Lama is a pedophile too. Yeah, he was put there. So yeah, he's done all kind of wicked shit. The Dalai Lama, Joby, is the head of this part of Buddhism.
Quick with it, I'm quick with
Oh,
it.
yeah, you quick. Man, you quick with that shit, ain't you? Look at that nasty ass Dalai Lama. He's supposed to be the Christed one, Joby.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah. He's christing up on some young butt cheeks.
Oh my God, it's crazy. That's why I also started doubting church because when you go to church, then someone is trying to touch you sexually. Like,
Yeah.
ain't you trying supposed to be married next week? Why are you trying to touch me? Like, what? You know, that's one of the things that started make me hate church because someone tried to sexually assault me,
I'm
and
sure
I
it did.
told my dad about it, and they're like, "Nah, we're done with the classes. We're done." I was doing voice coaching at that time, but also see 10 speed say the government created the word conspiracy. Of course, they did.
Of course.
Jiba is
CIA
when
created it to make. They did it after the JFK file, JFK assassination, because everybody's like, this story don't make sense. A lone gunman supposed to shot Kennedy in the head from way over there in Dallas. And everybody's like, this thing don't make any sense. So people were questioning. And so the CIA said, we got to come up with something that's going to get the people that's questioning sound like kooks and nuts. So we're going to call it conspiracy theories. And so that's how they term it because people, we know, everybody knows now the JFK story they gave you is a lie. We know it's the cats with the hats and the CIA murdered JFK. We know that. But see, back then, that whole story they gave, it was Oswald and blah, blah, blah. And if you question it, you was a conspiracy theorist. You was a nut. That's the way they classify you as a nut. Go ahead, Joe.
Jiba says, grind your bones to make my bread. That which was wrong.
Yeah. That was Jack and the Beanstalk. They wanted to eat them. Everything was about eating some damn body. It was cannibalism. We didn't understand that shit growing up. That's their culture. Yeah, grind your bones to eat that make my bread. What?
I also see John Moscow says evil always hides behind a good image. Jiba
Yes.
asking, did your village have a huge iron pot in the center to cook mzungus? That's that's the old movies now. The only big pot I've seen, being honest, personally, the
He
biggest
said he's
show.
saying that, Joe, because they would always show us cartoons and movies about Africans being in the village with a big old pot, putting white people in to cook and eat them.
Wow, we don't do that. The biggest pot I've seen was actually I was young. It
Yeah.
was they were making the natural alcohol, any alcohol, because there's some alcohol that can be made out of
And
honey.
if you know the funny thing, see, if we knew African people, again, we so separate. We knew African people, the culture, knew that African people are scary. They're not gonna be eating no human beings. They're scared of everything. I'm not. What? That's a human being. I'm not eating that.
We were talking with one of my friends, a lady.
Yeah.
He was man, why people are so weird? Like, because we were watching a certain movie at Max, who's a mutual
Yeah.
friend in Max, and then when we were watching the movie, it was a series that Kiki Palmer has acted, but it's like a white neighborhood. Then her being the
Okay.
black person, it's just a weird neighborhood because it has white
Yeah.
people, and of course, you know, a white neighborhood,
Yeah.
one black
Yeah.
person. It's crazy. So there's this one white lady who had killed her husband. Then she's put him on the fridge. So we're just discussing, like, hold on. This bitch, she killed her husband and she's comfortably putting the food on the fridges every
Yeah.
day while seeing a dead corpse. You're like, black people can do that shit. Black people can do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Instead
You
of
know?
dead bodies. So like, nah.
Exactly. That's if you knew the mind of black people, you know that cannibalism shit's a lie. I knew the.
Like, people are not gonna be doing that. But I also see Dibadaba says, come on kid, BBC and cuckold pornography is the white man's to go entertainment.
Oh yeah, it's about pornography, cockroach. I don't know what the cockroach thing is, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what the hell is that? BBC, the news, the British Broadcasting Media Company. I don't know.
I don't
Somehow
know what the
say,
but I think the cockroach is something you put around your dick or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not freaky like that, so I don't know all that shit. Elaborate, Jibba Jab. Go ahead. Jim.
what the hell? Jason says, I heard
He said, "What the hell?"
they really like fresh black women because American black women is too toxic. Shit. Because says that ranch was set up like a Kemetic temple site. Sister Monique also says, "True Kate, I'm glad I'm not of that bullshit. My gray matter works. I know my stance for." I know my stance on our planet, and I would never
Yeah.
F with a reptilian or such. Yep, stand with that. Aaron James is asking you if you watched the video he sent you on your email. Remember, he told you to do that.
Nah, not yet. my
Sister
my
Monique
my
says,
fault. They can jump like I got. Remember, he told you to do that. Goddamn. When I get time, I'll check it out.
Sister Monique says now they're saying it's bodies being found on that land as well. And Jason
Oh,
says,
out to New Mexico? Yeah, they've always found a bunch of. Yeah, New Mexico, where they got the mansion. Yeah, remember that's out in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. A nice, just take some goofy black broad back there. Oh, you don't know where you're going. You out in the middle of nowhere. Girl, you say you got a. Oh, grab pulled up. We got a mansion. Oh, that's where you take Shamani ass. Shamani be done. Oh, got a mansion. What you say, Joey?
I'm saying no cap, but that's for real.
That's right.
Thomas Jefferson. Let me see. Thomas. Oh, this guy on the dollar sign. He's the guy on the dollar sign, right? On the dollar, right?
You said Jeffrey Epstein look. Nah, they say like Thomas Edison looks like. He looks like
Thomas
Jackson.
Jefferson, yeah, Jefferson. Yeah, because I saw some videos of literally. It looks like him. The clothing, like there's so much similarities, though. I saw a video which was like half of.
No, they show exactly. I sent that to you. They showing you that these guys have always been here. They've lived other lives. So I tell you, everything you believe is a lie. They're showing that he's Andrew Jackson. What they showing you, right? Showing that he's Andrew Jackson, right? It's showing that, and showing that Ghislaine Maxwell matched up with Andrew Jackson's wife. You're finding out that these people always see. Now you find the truth about extraterrestrials and people living long lives that they can just clone their bodies. You think they did? They come back as that's why all them damn stars you see. I'm gonna Joey show that. I forgot I was gonna have a show something else. I forgot. Damn. During the double gainers, they're going to do the doppelgaingers, right? We got these Hollywood stars that you all see back in history. And we know it's not no damn twin, it's these people. Same people. You see Jay-Z 100 years ago, see Beyonce 200 years ago, you see all these others, you see Tom Cruise 100 some years ago, you see Ellen 100 years, you see all the same damn people. So it lets you know there's some technology happening that we don't know about that's more advanced. And people are able to clone people and live longer lives than us, live thousands of fucking years. But see, all that's kept from us, because if you knew this, the truth will start unraveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
You done with the comments, Joby?
Not
Okay,
yet.
go ahead.
On John Mosquito. John Mosquito says here, I used to eat that shit in the 90s. The Jackie. I think you say that talking about the Jackie or something. But
Oh yeah. That's it. It's called the jerky. Yeah, it's called beef jerky. I'm not beef jerky. I used to eat the 90s, but I never ate a bunch of it. It always tastes kind of weird. But yeah, I think we all had beef jerky besides Joby. But go ahead.
oh, of course, shit. Yeah. I'm safe here. Y'all be eating all kinds of shit. Bobby Hemmett said he was making Fox into beef jerky.
Oh, see, I never heard Bobby Hemmett say. See, Bobby Hemmett said that. Shout out to Bobby. Bobby died a few years ago, but he was gone. Bobby's mind was gone. But I think back in 2013, 12, they never said what happened about it. Did Bobby have a massive stroke or something? Did Bobby have a massive stroke? Guys, you gotta let me know. I think Bobby had like a massive stroke, and that was it for Bobby. He never came back in the public again after 2012 or 13. But go ahead, Joby.
I also see Byron Scott says even incubator babies won't work because we are in a different sun cycle. They will all die out this sun
Probably
cycle
so.
under 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I didn't think about that. That one's probably correct. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to show the incubator babies, incubator. Sound right. Incubator babies, and then we're going to show the double gangers. Go ahead, Chip.
John Mostre says, do you think comedian Robin Harris knew about the test tube babies for real life? That's a
I
question.
doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think Robin Harris was that small and that awoke back in there. I think he thought he was just doing jokes. Thought things are funny. No, I don't think Robin Harris wasn't on that level. He wasn't that awakened. So no, I don't think he knew anything about it.
Hmm.
I
Ziba
think
says,
Bernie. I do believe what they did to Bernie Mac. I think they do. I do believe they took Bernie Mac to the cloning era, and he was fucked up in the head about it. Too many stories that come up when it's smoke and fire. I think they took Bernie Mac. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna show that too. I think they did take Bernie Mac there, and he couldn't because they were ushering him in to get bigger, and it fucked his mind up. See, remember, we're not privy. Remember growing up in Africa, in a black hood in America, you don't know none of this shit. This is all crazy talk to you. And then now you're in Hollywood, and they take you to the real thing. You're like, what? What? This is real. So remember, they said Bernie Mac he couldn't, he couldn't deal with it. It was too much for him. He went crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Ziba says, my aunt got into a fight with a white woman when she tried to buy a Cabbage Patch doll.
But
And
back in the day, yeah, they were big back in the day. They were big.
Monique says, real is when we know our stance on our planet. All the other shit is an illusion. Jason says, glad my mother found out the church and the praying nonsense was and didn't work because we pray and catch more hell. No more
Yeah,
church. Thank you.
yeah. As you said, black people globally are the most praying people on the planet, but we're on the bottom. So where's this God at? This God don't hear us. We're the most praying. This is not my opinion. It's always been factual globally, not just in Africa, America, Brazil, Colombia. We find black people, Jamaica. We find black people. We're the most praying people, but we're on the bottom of everything. So where's this goofy God at? Where's this goofy God? How we're on the bottom? We're the most faithful to him. Why don't he help us out? Why are we the most fucked up? Why are we always being fucked up and treated badly? We're the most praying. Where's this goofy God at? It's made up, guys.
Samuel, if I'm understanding your comment, I think you're trying to say because of them eating the beef jerky a lot, that's why nearly every every love song sung by black people was like, "Baby, I love you." Yeah, I don't know because I'm trying to understand your comment correctly. But Jason also says a cuckold is a white man that watches his wife with a black man. He sits in the corner looking.
Wow, I didn't know that. So okay, so that's a white man. Okay, we know that that's a white man wants to see a black man fuck his wife. That what that is, Jimmy? Yeah, we know that happens because they want to see. Yeah, because they want to see the black man's big dick. And that all kind of weird. That's right. Look at did Joey know it? Look at Joey. You always tell Joey she's shocked. She's shocked. I know the name of it. I know what happens. But I know the name. See, Joey. Joey, you gotta be shattered. Joey's innocent. She's like, what?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy out here. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Oh my god, what? Who even does that? Only perverts do that. Like perverts. Oh my god, how do you
No,
do that?
that's their culture. They do that. I know what it's called. Thanks, Jimmy. I never knew what it was called. I thought maybe it was a device you put on your cock, put on your penis. Yeah, I didn't know that was the name, but yeah, you know that they want to see black men have sex with their wives because they want to look at the big back, the man's penis.
Okay.
Uh,
Jiba says love hot
good.
spicy beef jerky. God damn. Be careful
All
what
right,
you
Joe.
do.
Stop that. We read the rest when we get done. Go to TikTok and open up.
Okay.
Go to go to TikTok and write this in the search bar. Say incubator Cabbage Patch Babies. Incubator Cabbage Patch Babies, and see what we get.
Incubator package.
Incubator, cabbage. Say Cabbage Patch.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Cabbage Patch.
Okay, got it.
Cabbage Patch Babies. I never understood I said, why they call babies Cabbage Patch? Because these are incubator babies. So Byron may be right. They might not be able to make no more. Here we go. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
It was in Italy. It was in Spain. It was in Germany.
It was everywhere.
Guys, please come on.
Here's your girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised she does. Cause her ass, I give her. She's been learning everything. Shout out to her. So she went down a rabbit hole. Said where all these other people come from all of a sudden again? Because they remade them again, guys, and put them out here like 150 years ago. You had trains of incubator babies all over the planet, where these things behind the scenes, because they always die out. There's not no time the Asians and these other people have died out. They've died out through history. They keep. I think Byron's right. Depending on the age, the period of age that they won't be able to, because the sun and the energy is different. They're not gonna be able to, remake these motherfuckers like they used to. But go ahead, Joe.
You tell me that all of these men, all of their mothers were quiet. All of these mothers were silent. And then I ask you again, the same periods where they were having 6 to 7 children, apparently, it's in their records. Yeah, the same people struggling to reproduce now.
Exactly.
The incubator babies, they were
exactly. Like you said, now they're having problems to reproduce now because it lasts for a little while. They can't reproduce, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of incubator babies show up. That's what happens. I want you to know that. That's why I said they were gonna try to do it again. When they start dying the fuck out, they can't reproduce themselves. It's incubator cabbage patch baby good time. Go ahead, Joe.
The incubator affairs stop. Where are the 6 to 7 children they were having, I? Where are they? Why is it before the incubator babies, same 1 to 3 children apparently, yeah? When the incubator babies things were going across multiple cities, apparently they had a birth booming, 6 to 7 children. As soon as those incubator things done, now it's back to 1 to 2. How, I? How, I? I'll ask you, please stop just reading things and being like, oh, they. But seriously, yeah, why in the 1700s, it was 1800s, why was it such a big thing to see thousands of babies in incubators? Why were you lots acting like you haven't seen babies before? Why were the white people acting like they hadn't seen babies before? Was there some sort of were the white people back in those days, did they have sterile problems? Were they infertile? What would cause them to come in thousands in drones to these fairgrounds? And it went on for decades. And why is it when they stopped doing these fairgrounds and these orphan children stopped popping up around Russia, France, the Americas, Britain, when these orphans stopped popping up everywhere, why is it then the birth declined? Because when those orphans and those street kids were all in the streets and randomly appeared, even Russia in the drones, France in the drones, the Americas in the drones, random orphan street children just turning up. People could just buy babies, yeah? So, as I was saying, why was it such a huge thing? And why was the birth rate, when you look in those times, they tell you that white women were producing 7 children, yeah? Okay, they were producing 7 children. I'm not too sure about that, because if they were producing 7 children, why on earth were so many women buying babies? Why were so many couples buying babies? Why was it such a thing? Why was it encouraged in postcards and stuff like that to not even care about where these babies came from? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they always showed the babies with no mothers. Always showed the babies with no mothers. Like they were normalizing, they were programming people to believe that babies don't even come from mothers. Like it's not a thing. Like babies don't need mothers. Okay, and like going into it. So after all of that stuff finished, right? Then you have the orphan stop, then all of a sudden white people's birth rate decline. It's like once if they're not being pumped with new vessels or new bodies, it's like their birth declines. Because before the orphans and all of that stuff, they were having 2 to 3 children. After the orphans during the orphans and stuff started popping out, they were apparently having 7 children. Then once those orphans all of a sudden disappeared and those incubators babies disappeared, then all of a sudden they were back to 2 to 3. And now you see where they are now.
keeps declining.
Like,
They keep pumping out fake babies. Remember, the body's just a vessel. You house it with anything you want, any energy. So all of a sudden, see, they pop them out, then their birth rate goes the fucked up again. They make more incubator babies. Georgia.
And guys, the postcards things, it's really frightening. The sheer numbers of babies. And like I said, watch the Little Rascals from back in the day. I can't remember the original thing, what it was called. It wasn't called Little Rascals, yeah, but
it was called the Little Rascals. Our gang. It became Our Gang later. The real name is, yeah, you got it right, girl. Called the Little Rascals. I love the Little. You guys grew up Little. I used to love the Little Rascals. He's like Stymie. I'm like, we're gonna end the show with Stymie and him in about 30 more minutes. With Stymie talking about the eggs. Hey man, I heard those eggs. You cook those eggs.
We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to talking about that.
Oh, Joe, I didn't get it. We got 20 minutes. I didn't get it to damn 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock. But go ahead.
We got 10 minutes.
You've got the strangest things in there. Right. Freemasonry. It looks like the clones. The first people, it looks like the first clones that they got into the Americas, the founders, whatever. It's like they programmed them into the whole Freemasonry, etc., etc.
The clones.
And back in those days, in the founding days of America, they had the children. They had the orphan children working in the streets of New York. They were. But
you know that in our not so distant past, babies were created and incubated en masse.
Mm-hmm.
This happened and was showcased as attractions at the World Fairs and even in New York's Coney Island. Can you even imagine carnival attractions where people paid to watch babies growing in incubators? Where were the parents? What happened to all of the babies? Well, have you heard of the orphan trains? They were packed off and shipped out west to help repopulate the great Tartarian cities found abandoned across the land.
And that reminded me of a movie I've watched, actually.
They were sent to humongous orphanages, and the people were able to get orphaned.
All right, Joe, let me get my are we done with that? Type in say Hollywood say Hollywood doppelgangers from the past.
Double?
Yeah, it'd be doppelgangers. Say Hollywood, yeah, doppelgangers from the past. And that'd be, just put the word double, then GANGERS from the past. Hollywood doppelgangers. And so you'll see these people were cloned. And we know, so that you know, we're being ruled by something with higher technology, like I said, that you can't see or fathom.
The Hollywood doppelganger, sorry, Kate. The Hollywood doppelganger.
Hollywood doppelgangers from the past.
Oh, okay, from the past. All right.
They live multiple lives and get to choose.
Have all these lookalikes. See all these lookalikes? They're the same people. So we know cloning is real. People lived 200, 300, 400 fucking years ago. Same motherfuckers running around here today. See, everything is, you're not doing none of this. So imagine you can't to the average, you can't go outside, talk to the average African about no shit like that. They're 300 years behind mentally. Go ahead, Joe.
To do. Don't get me wrong, genetics do pass on, but they literally look the same.
Of dudes that look like you. Okay. So they just think that you've been on the earth since you've just been around, there's just different generations. I just want to show you just in case.
We're all stardust, baby.
I know, that's it.
You know.
What is my name? Look at this.
Okay, so what do we got?
We're not all just stardust.
What do you think?
People ain't gonna look the same.
What is this in the beard and the cheekbones? And the forehead.
Look at that. That's a French actor, Paul Monet.
Yeah, we have the same foreheadish eyebrow, I think.
But that's the real.
Oh.
No, I kind of see a little bit of it.
Got the eyes.
Celebrity doppelgangers from the past.
Oh, even Eddie Murphy.
We said, Joe?
Even Eddie Murphy? God damn.
Yeah. These people recycle.
Jay-Z.
Tell them to do it is right. That's our ass, man.
Celebrity doppelgangers from the past.
Are these celebrities time travelers? Were they reincarnated? Or do they just have some doppelgangers from the past? We'll let you decide. First time seeing that one.
Crazy.
The concept of celebrities resembling historical figures is fascinating.
They're not they keep the same people in power. They clone them, they bring them back out, take them up on the ships, bring their ass back out 100 years later. You think it's a new person, same motherfucker lived 200 years ago. With that energy up in it, with that fucking reptilian demonic energy housed in that fucking thing. And so, read the last comment, but since we got 5 more minutes to go, Jimmy, put us up real quick.
Yeah.
What does they say? But I gotta go to YouTube for this one. I don't know, it might be on TikTok. Say the Little Rascals. Say scene from the Little Rascals when Stymie.
The scene from the Little Rascals.
Yeah, Little Rascals when Stymie. I fucking spell Stymie. S-T-I-M-M-E-Y or something like that. Stymie says the eggs are talking to us. Talking to him. The eggs are talking.
Stymie.
S-T-I-M-M-E-Y probably. But Stymie says the eggs are talking to him. Remember, he got a little white boy to make him a whole breakfast. Said, man, I believe the eggs eggs can't talk. Said, first you gotta put them in the oven. I mean, first you gotta put them on the stove, put a little salt and pepper on them. He said, yeah, okay. I put salt and pepper on them. Now I hear him talking. They talking in my stomach. When they tell a little white boy, you gotta put him. I bet I can show you what eggs can talk. Yeah, see that's it. Go ahead, see what that one is. That's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Speaking of the beast, ain't you, Spanky?
Nah, this different. This Spanky. This one they got. That one they pause. This one, remember, they had to eat that shit Jover to me. The kids want to eat that fucking porridge. This is one they want. They said you guys are all gonna eat porridge. We don't want no damn porridge.
They had a little lamp.
You get wrong.
He's as white as snow. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny,
mighty, mo. That ain't it. They gonna stop me right there.
What's against the rule?
Eeny, mighty, mo.
If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, mighty, mo.
Oh, fine. Oh, you.
So has anybody got a good reason why they didn't tell us what we were watching as kids? You see kids in it, right? So you assume this must be for me. I am also kid. You got the main homie right here, right? Just telling you that these 304s ain't loyal. Bros before the 304s, we got a race to win. But for some reason, he couldn't focus on the race. And it's not because of her. You may think it's because of her, but it's not. You may also think it's because he in a war with him, Donald Trump's son, over her. But once again, it's neither her or him that's got him distracted. It was plain in our faces, for real. But how can anyone concentrate if you walking around with hair follicles? See, I knew alfalfa.
Yeah, what?
was in love. I understood that.
I go past that, Joey. You have to go to YouTube to find out.
You can't just drop me into boiling.
Sir, I didn't.
What? Go past that.
No, let me check on YouTube. I think
You gotta go YouTube. 'Cause TikTok will be. I know we're gonna be on TikTok. You gotta go YouTube and type in the same thing. Yeah, Stymie was better than Buckwheat because Stymie was smart. On second one, they had Buckwheat as the normal black slave. Hey, he took it all crazy. Then I was surprised they allowed Stymie to be black and smart back in them days. Because that was 100 years ago. The Little Rascals were out. That was 100 years ago. That was 1930, 31, 32, 100 years ago. So Stymie was smart. Stymie was always fooling the white folks. So I'm surprised they let Stymie fool the white folks. So them eggs, he said, man, I bet I can show you how eggs can talk. Eggs can't talk. Here you go. That's it. Here you go.
Hi, Stymie.
There you go. See, that Stymie smart.
Your mother said so. Calm yourself, brother.
Oh no.
Morning, folks. Hi, Stymie.
This is 100 years ago. That's crazy.
Your mother said so. Calm yourself, brother. I ain't coming in. I'm just gonna stand around here and smell.
He smells the food.
What am I? Show smell good.
Handmade shows smell good. I can teach you how to make an egg talk. Go ahead, Joe. Remember? I understand, Joe, but he black. Pause it, Joe. Understand? He black and poor. The white people got all the money. He ain't got the money for the food, so he's gonna fool him to make him some breakfast. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, who ever heard of such a thing?
See?
Well, I hear them talking this morning.
See, I can make him talk.
What'd they say? Well, the ham said to the egg, "Ooh, that white boy, you scrouting me."
Gotta scram up a little bit.
Then what'd the egg say? Ham, I ain't crowding nobody. I'm just slipping around here in this here grease. I don't believe it. Yeah, you one of them wise guys, ain't you? You believe it, don't you, Lisa? Sure I do. You believe it, Dorothy? Yeah. Just to prove it that the ham and eggs can't talk, I'll show you.
I'll show you. Ham and eggs can't talk. I'll show you. Yeah, show me. Show me ham and eggs can't talk. Yes,
why don't you say something?
Gotta put them in a pan.
Why you gotta kind of mess them up in a frying pan? And hot.
Gotta fry them in a pan. Let's get to talking. Okay, let me show you. Gotta mix them up a little bit. On him talking.
So when are they gonna start talking? You know, you gotta turn them over, kind of turn them over. You
gotta turn them over a little bit. They don't talk. They're talking to my stomach now, brother.
See, I told you they couldn't talk. Well, that's so funny. They sure talked to me this morning. Yeah.
Eat them. They're gonna sit down, eat them. Let's eat. They let Stymie be smart. Stymie ain't got no money, broke and hungry and shit. I know eggs can talk. Eggs can't talk. Well, you gotta cook them. You gotta put them in the pot, Joby.
I feel like black people are full of humor in a way where you know how to survive. You'll know how to survive.
Of course.
Humor. You'll just fool some people around and survive through it. Like, you gotta survive. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know.
That's right. That's right.
Comments as it gets to wind up with today's conversation. Let me go a little bit up. I left at the cuckold. Shout out to you all explaining that. Samuel says, yes, he had a stroke. Then he was bedridden for a few months. I think the guy you guys were talking about earlier.
Oh, Stanley.
10 Speed also says, so what is the purpose of the sun machine? Can we get a show on that sun and the white people? That's yeah, we can cue that as a conversation. And
A show on the what? On the who machine? Oh, CERN. I did. I've done so many CERNs. I guess it has been about 6 years. That's probably why I ain't been doing shows on the weekend. I ain't done so many shows. You guys know them all. I feel like I'll be repeating myself. But yeah, okay, we'll do that. Since I'm gonna start this week, starting to do shows again. Finally, I had to get my equipment back up and running because it was sitting idle. It was all fucked up. Yeah, we'll do CERN again. CERN is opening up portals. So it's opening up portals to allow these other dimensional beings to house into these white bodies. But we'll do it again. Go ahead, Joe.
So Siansankenon karibu sana. Yes, Joby, these crackers be serving up their wives. It's crazy, man. God damn.
Yeah.
Don't try that here in Africa. I just saw a video that is going viral today on TikTok. Someone was found with someone's wife, and the whole community came out to beat up them. Don't try that in Africa. You don't mess with anyone's wife, anyone's girlfriend, anyone's boyfriend. You're gonna get your ass beat. That's the difference. Nobody's gonna be sitting down. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, we got that. That's a taboo, even for people to hear that kind of thing. What a pervert, like crazy. Jibba says, I have 100-year-old websites, dictionaries with a old in it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Far ages. Ew. Okay. I found out in my 30s when my job folded up. I sit in the room, disappointed, and sat thinking hard and said, this shit is not real. The people in the Bible. And Monique says that's why they hate us, especially the melanated men. Jiba also says if a kid doesn't look like daddy, older schools white say it was born in a cabbage patch.
Cabbage patch, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you got a bastard baby, that baby like your dad. That kid was born in a cabbage patch. Yeah. Just these babies.
They created humanized animal energy into the Kaibo robot. And also see Byron says the last batch of the incubator babies was crafted out in the early 1980s. That was in conjunction with the AIDS virus, and they are dying rapidly due to the fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, always give me a time to pronounce that name. Addiction among other things. Byron also as most of these people are being born infertile. And Sankenon says it's also on the Body Snatcher movie. Is that on Amazon or Netflix? Kindly let me know. I'd like to watch that. Tafadhali. Let me know.
That's on Amazon. To my invaders of the Body Snatchers, that'd be on Amazon, Joe. You have to type in your search bar and say Invasion of the Body Snatch. There's a bunch of them. Don't look at the real old ones. I like the new one. The new one, the latest one was I like the second one. You know, there's three. They made three versions of it. The first one, the old one, is stupid from the 50s. Technology was gonna. I like the one from the 70s for some reason. I don't know. With Donald Sutherland in it. The last one, I think, the latest one I think was made in the 90s. Say Invasion of the Body Snatchers. When was the last one made, Joe? Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I'm trying to take a picture of this. I don't forget.
Yeah. Okay. Say Invasion of the Body. The last one was pretty good too. I think the last one was made in the 90s or the early 2000s.
When was?
No. There's three different versions, Joe. But they say they're gonna pull all three. They say Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is good. Yeah, you like the one with the Donald Sutherland too? Me too. Yeah, Sutherland was the best. I thought so too on second one. I like the one with Sutherland in it. Yeah, to me, the newest one was okay, but it wasn't as good as the second one they made on it.
1978.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There was another new one made that came out like in the 90s, Joby, or the early 2000s. You know, they always remake shit. But this one That's what I like. The one in 1978. That's the 78. That's the one I like. Oh, you like the last one? When did the last one come out? Oh, the last scene, yeah, when she finally thought he was safe, and they got his ass too. And that's actually what we're dealing with. That's what they put up. This is exactly what we're dealing with, the invasion of the body snatch. This is exactly what we're really dealing with. That and the thing, but this is what we're dealing with on this planet, for real, for real. And we don't even know these movies mean shit. And this is what we're dealing with.
I think there's a 2024 one.
Well, when was the Joby 2021?
There's a 2024 one.
Okay, then that's the latest one, the newest one. But I didn't like that one.
There's also a 2007 one.
That's what I remember. The one in 2007. That's like, but the one that's all right. They're not bad. I would tell you to watch those too because the technology is better. But the story, even though it's the same story, the one in the one in 1978 was acting better. You might not like it, Joe, because it's an older movie. Like, this old looking shit. You know how young people like Joey, like my kids, they be like, this all old looking ass shit here. It's all old technology or old. It ain't the technology. It's the goddamn story shit.
That's why I'm gonna watch the 2024 one, not the 1970
one. Told you, I knew it. I knew it.
You told me to watch the Mad Max. I went to watch the new one, not the old one.
See? Exactly. I thought, and the first part, I looked at Mad Max this weekend. It was good. I looked at Beyond Thunderdome from 1985. You guys know Tina Turner acting was really good in that. I was surprised how good her acting was. You know, she wasn't like Beyonce sucked them, but Tina Turner's acting was really good. I was like, wow, that's crazy. You raggedy man.
Drama people says that movie is too scary for me to watch. I've been through more scary things in life.
The old ones, Mosquito, or the new one probably. I don't know about the one in 2021, Joby, some 2022. That's probably gonna be stupid, but 2007 was decent, right? But the best one to me is 19, and I was just a kid, so that's not even my generation. We were all babies when that came out, Joe. But we tell you the one in 1978, to me that was the best one. When she thought she was safe, and they got Donald Sutherland at the end, she's like, oh, everybody's fucked up. That's right.
I'm good, but
okay.
Really the end.
What's love, family?
Conversation there. Jiva tells me to check out the Thing, the 80s one.
Yeah, I said the Thing. It's got to be the 80s, exactly. The new one they made came out about 15 years ago. I think it was like 15 years ago. The one in the 80s is the best one again. That's exactly when we were like 10, 11. The best one is it's called The Thing, Joe. It's called
the similarities of the body snatchers is the Thing. We have the video drum and scanners. The Thing is for 1982 video.
Yeah, okay, 82 exactly. They made the new one came out like in 2010 or something. It's okay. The new one's you don't want the original one from the 50s. That's fucked up. You want the second one when they remade it. The 81s is the better. 81s is funny. We gonna do that. We gotta shoot that as a movie. The 81 was funny because he said, "Hey man, cut me up, cut me loose here." One of you motherfuckers. What did he say? One of you motherfuckers is that thing. One of you motherfuckers is that thing, and we're gonna find out which one of you motherfuckers is running around here perpetrating this. And remember, he put that hot needle in the blood. He said, "I'm gonna get every one of y'all blood and see who's human and who's not human." So I need to think of your blood, Joby. We're gonna see if you're a human or if you're one of those things, one of those reptilians pretend to be us. And then when that guy put that needle in there and that blood jumped out, he said, "Oh shit! Whose blood is this? You motherfucker!" Shit, that's the best one. I'm gonna look at that shit tonight.
Much love, family. Have yourself best part of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Africa Today Show. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, but on the Culture Show. We're gonna be having this session again on Friday, so remember to tune in case you've not subscribed.
Yeah, on Friday, guys.
you. And in case you have not downloaded our app, in case you're not able to
And if you
print
get,
it,
and if you got, I'm gonna say, Jerry, and I'm gonna do a spoiler alert. Let me do a spoiler in it. So remember at the end when they're sitting there and they done fucked up, they both gonna die, right? They're both in the cold Antarctica. You know that David Keith, the black guy, he was the thing. He still was. That's why he said, you done killed everybody, and you kill our innocent people trying to get that thing. He said, well, I guess we'll find out what's going on. Remember, it goes off like that, and they want you to figure out that the black motherfucker is the thing. They want you to know when it goes off that motherfucker is that goddamn thing still alive. And he gonna have to kill his ass. It goes off saying, guess we'll never know who's the real thing. And the shit he says shows it. Hold on, Joby. Wait, Joby. Give me 5 minutes, Joby. 5 minutes. Maybe we'll say.
I'm giving you 15 minutes. I'm giving
No,
you
just give me 5 right here. Give me 5. Go to YouTube real quick and say the ending scene in the thing. Say the ending scene. Let's show the ending scene. Just let you go. Say the ending scene in the thing. Remember let's say the ending scene of the 1982 version of the thing when they're both sitting down talking.
1982.
Yeah, because we don't want the new version, we want the old version, the 1982 version. At the end, when they're both sitting talking.
When they?
Say when they're both sitting down.
Both.
Say when the last two people alive are sitting down talking. Go to that scene. I want you guys to listen. He's telling the motherfucker he's the thing. That's how I know. I said, oh, this motherfucker's the thing. He's telling them when everything's gone, everybody's here. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I'm gonna get him. Right there. See, yeah, that's it. Everything's burned down. So this hold on, Jamie. Let me put the disclaimer real quick. Hold on. Let me see this real quick.
Got
you got it.
This is for only educational purposes. Only on the Copyright Act 1978 YouTube. So don't you dare.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. So everything's burned down. Listen what he's saying.
Did you kill it? Where were you, Charles?
Thought I saw Blair. I went out after. We got lost in the storm.
Everybody's dead. Didn't kill everybody.
Fire's got the temperature up all over the camp. Won't last long, though.
Neither will we.
How will we make it?
How will we make it? We're not gonna make it.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we shouldn't. Exactly. We're not gonna make it. How will we make it? We're both gonna die out here.
If you're worried about me.
If we've got any surprises for each other, I don't think we're in much shape to do anything about it.
Well, what do we do?
Why don't we just wait here for a little while?
Wow.
See what happens.
See what happens. Yeah, he's the thing. That's right. David Keith is the thing. The black guy is the thing. He knows it because he's not gonna freeze. He said, "You're not gonna live." He said, "We're both gonna die." He's the thing. Exactly. He said, "So, what do we do now? We just wait. Because when the fire goes out there, they're both gonna die. But he wants the thing to freeze to death out there. Because remember, they found him in the ice. Because he can change his body and look like every human." Well, that's it. Okay, yeah, see, the thing right there. He changed his body. Look, that's exactly what we're dealing with. shape-shifting motherfucking things that can look fucking human. That's what we're actually dealing with. Body snatches. This is crazy, but this is real. And so we're gonna play that movie. That was the best one. The one in the 80s. That was the best one. But anyway.
Yeah, I'll go look for one of them and see which one I can watch tonight. But have yourself
Keith David looks like your father, Jason? Damn. All right. Keith David looks like your father. Much love, Joby.
Family. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place on the Culture Show. Peace, and we're out.
Much love, family. See you Friday.